王之主的开头怎么写？台湾雷战士公关。
公关组，公关。
台湾雷战士。
哈哈。公关组，公关组。忘记了，我也忘记了。公关主任吧。好像是。我类似于。
我能签约嘛？
棒。请大家跪下，如果不能够跪的同门，请您站着合掌。师尊师母莅临时，我们一起齐声问候：师尊好，师母好，及大家好。我们一起齐声问候：师尊好，师母好，大家好。 请大家起立，恭敬合掌。恭请圣尊升法王座。
We are inviting our lineage guru, His Holiness the Congregation, to take the Dharma throne.
请师母这位上师上座，请教授师法师。
Inviting Simu, all Dharma masters, reference, and all participants and our special guests to please take the seats.
今天的日子比较特别，因为下星期六就是我们最尊贵的师尊首传3天旅问世不共大，也是我们
Next Saturday would be our annual
所以
Bardo deliverance ceremony.
道场集体 站起来，介绍你们来自的国家及道场。我们先从龙边开始。
And according to the custom at this temple, we are inviting any of you who's not been here for a very long time or here for the first time to please stand up and introduce yourself. Please say your name and where you came from.
麦克风。
请马来西亚我们团队大家起立哈，师姐师兄们起立哈。
Everybody from Malaysia, please stand up together.
来自马来西亚的起来。
来，马来西亚的站起来。
师兄师母、所有上师晚上好。然后我们一位开上师带领我们马来西亚团队来西雅图朝圣。
We came from Malaysia and we are here for our pilgrimage to the head temple of Buddha School.
请将麦克风传到后面。
大家好，我们是来自新加坡。
We are from Singapore.
站起来。全部新加坡的站起来。
我们希望师尊常住世间，祝师尊身体健康，长命百岁。
欢迎。东边还有其他国家的吗？台湾的站起来。 台湾
师尊师母，各位上师、各位法师、各位同仁，晚上好。我来自台湾台南，我是慈航金色，我叫蔡秋荣，大家好，
欢迎你们。
From Taiwan, 蔡柔柔。
东边还有道场要介绍了吗？
师尊师母好，我是来自台湾持戒堂。
Come from Taiwan.
师尊师母上师，大家好，我们是来自澳大利亚雪梨法律同学会。
From Sydney, Australia.
欢迎，欢迎你们。
师尊师母，大家好，我是来自英国的。
From England.
站起来。
Everybody from England, please stand up.
好，欢迎。
师尊师母，各位上师好，我是来自文莱马来原因堂。
From Brunei. Everybody from Brunei, please stand up.
东边还有吗？如果没有的话，请将麦克风传到湖边。湖边。
师尊师母好，我是来自马来西亚田间雷张市。
From Malaysia.
欢迎。
哎呀，糟。
母好，各位上师好，我是来自关岛圆觉堂。
from Guam.
还有
师尊好，师母好，各位上师、教授是讲师法师，大家好，各位同仁好，我是来自巴拿马的长弥藏寺的释莲元法师。
From Panama.
礼拜会有63位同仁一起过来，跟宝华同修会的同仁一起过来，欢迎师尊，欢迎。
师尊好，师母好，各位上师好，大家好。我是来自西班牙佛教同修的释莲龙法师，阿弥陀佛。
欢迎，还有其他西班牙的同们在这边。
尊贵的师尊、师母、各位上师、法位、各位法师同们，大家好，我是第3次来自西班牙的西雅图，所以有点紧张。
欢迎，欢迎，谢谢。还有其他同学没有介绍到？
师尊、师母、上师、法师，大家好。师尊你好，我们是来自香港的。
香港的。
From Hong Kong.
师尊好，师母好，我们是来自澳洲墨尔本的，我们
From Melbourne, Australia.
80岁，一共10个半人。阿弥陀佛，谢谢。
We have 10.5 people from 6 to 80, 6 months to 80, 80 years. From Indonesia, from Bali.
欢迎。还有吗？我们知道也有巴西的上师来的，我们也以热烈的掌声。
Also from Brazil.
我们再以热烈的掌声欢迎世界各地众上师、教授师、法师、讲师、
And we would like to extend warmest welcome to all participating masters, reference, and fellow participants. The main deity for the group practice is the Guru Yoga, Padmakumara. Visualize true Buddha lineage, Namo Vairukana, Namo Buddha Lukana, Namo Padmakumara, Namo Living Buddha lineage. Visualize Grandmaster and all Buddhas Bodhisattvas radiating light to bless us. Recite the Guru Mantra 7 times.
Om Guru Lien Sheng Siddhi Hom. 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 Om Guru Lien Sheng Siddhi Hom.
Recite purification mantras.
Om Siuri Siuri Maha Siuri Siuri Soha. Om Siudori Siudori Siumori Siumori Soha. Om Vajradan He He Hom. Namo Samanto Modaran. Om Duru Duru Dewei Soha.
Recite invocation mantra.
Hom Soha. Om A Hom Soha. Om A Hom Soha.
We sincerely invoke the Holy Red Crown Vajra Master, His Holiness Living Buddha Lien Shan. The Holy Red Crown Vajra Master, His Holiness Living Buddha Lien Shan. The Holy Red Crown Vajra Master, His Holiness Living Buddha Lien Shan. Namo Vairukana Buddha at the center. Namo Akshobha Buddha to the east. Namo Amitabha Buddha to the west. Namo Ratnasambhava Buddha to the south. Namo Amoghasiddhi Buddha to the north. Namo Sakyamuni Buddha. Namo Medicine Buddha. Namo Golden Mother of the Primordial Jet Pond. Namo Siddhikarpa Bodhisattva. Namo Padmakumara. Namo Kuan Yin Bodhisattva. Namo Manjusri Bodhisattva. Namo Maitreya Bodhisattva. Namo Vajrasattva. Namo Guru Padmasambhava. Namo Mahachundi Buddha Mother. All Herukas, Dhammapalas, Dakinis, and divinities, all Buddhas of the 3 times in the 10 directions, all Bodhisattvas and Mahasattvas. Namo Mahaprajna Paramita. Click homage using visualization for student Guru and all Buddhas. Visualize full prostration, release the mudra. Second, to all bodhisattvas. Visualize full prostration, release the mudra. Third, to all Herukas and Dharma protectors. Visualize full prostration, release the mudra. Fourth, half bow. Great mandala offering, form the offering mudra. Visualize the transformations of the offerings to become innumerable and fill the whole universe. Make the offering above to the lineage Guru, all the lineage Gurus, the main deity, Namo Padmakumara, all Buddhas and Bodhisattvas. In the middle to all dragon beings, heavenly beings, and all divinities, and below to all sentient beings. Mount Meru, four continents, and sun and moon transform into precious offerings for the Buddhas. May these wondrous treasures and merits purge our karma to all of our civilization. Fourfold refuge. Visualize our lineage Guru, all the lineage Gurus, the Buddha jewel, Dharma jewel, and Sangha jewel to form great white light to empower us. Recite the mantra. Armor protection. Form Vajrapani mudra. Recite Vajrapani mantra 7 times. Recite High King Kuan Yin Sutra.
南无佛，南无法，南无僧，佛国有缘，佛法相应，常乐我净，有缘佛法。南无摩诃般若波罗蜜是大神咒，南无摩诃般若波罗蜜是大明咒，南无摩诃般若波罗蜜是无上咒，南无摩诃般若波罗蜜是无等等咒。南无净光秘密佛，法藏佛，狮子吼神足幽王佛，佛告须弥灯王佛。法护佛、金刚掌狮子游戏佛、宝胜佛、神通佛、药师琉璃光王佛、普光功德山王佛、善住功德宝王佛、过去积佛、未来衔接千佛、1500佛、15000佛、500花胜佛、百亿金刚藏佛、定光佛、六方六佛名号。东方宝光月殿月妙尊音王佛，南方树根花王佛，西方照王神通烟花王佛，北方月殿清净佛，上方无数精进保守佛，下方上济月音王佛，无量主佛、多宝佛、释迦牟尼佛、弥勒佛、阿树佛、弥陀佛，中央一切众生在佛世界中者，行住于地上，即在虚空中。此由于一切众生各令安稳休息，昼夜修持，心常求诵此经，能灭生死苦，消除诸毒害。南无大明观世音，光明观世音，高明观世音，开明观世音，药王菩萨，药上菩萨，文殊师利菩萨，普贤菩萨，虚空藏菩萨，地藏王菩萨，清凉宝山亿万菩萨，普光王如来化圣菩萨。念念诵此经，七佛世尊即说咒曰：离婆离婆地，求呵求呵地，陀罗尼地，尼诃那地，毗尼尼地，摩诃迦地，真人称地，娑哈。离婆离婆地，求呵求呵地，陀罗尼地，尼诃那地，毗尼尼地，摩诃迦地，真人称地，娑哈。离婆离婆地，求呵求呵地，陀罗尼地，尼诃那地。毗尼尼地，摩诃迦地，真人称地，娑哈。离婆离婆地，求呵求呵地，陀罗尼地，尼诃那地，毗尼尼地，摩诃迦地，真人称地，娑哈。离婆离婆地，求呵求呵地，陀罗尼地，尼诃那地。毗尼尼地，摩诃迦地，真人称地，娑哈。离婆离婆地，求呵求呵地，陀罗尼地，尼诃那地。 毗梨尼得摩诃迦得真人真得娑哈尼婆尼婆得 Q 诃 Q 诃得陀罗尼得尼诃那得毗梨尼得摩诃迦得真人真得娑哈。念7遍往生咒。南无阿弥陀佛耶。
Deliverance mantra 7 times.
阿弥利多婆比，阿弥利多舍等婆比，阿弥利多比迦南得，阿弥利多比迦南多，迦弥利迦迦那智多迦利娑哈。南无阿弥陀佛耶，多他迦多耶，多得亚他，阿弥利多婆比，阿弥利多舍等婆比，阿弥利多比迦南得，阿弥利多比迦南多。迦弥利迦迦那智多迦利娑哈。南无阿弥陀佛耶，多他迦多耶，多得亚他，阿弥利多婆比，阿弥利多舍等婆比，阿弥利多比迦南得，阿弥利多比迦南多。迦弥利迦迦那智多迦利娑哈。南无阿弥陀佛耶，多他迦多耶，多得亚他，阿弥利多婆比，阿弥利多舍等婆比。阿弥利多比迦南得，阿弥利多比迦南多，迦弥利迦迦那智多迦利娑哈。南无阿弥陀佛耶，多他迦多耶，多得亚他，阿弥利多婆比，阿弥利多舍等婆比，阿弥利多比迦南得，阿弥利多比迦南多。迦弥利迦迦那智多迦利娑哈。南无阿弥陀佛耶，多他迦多耶，多得亚他，阿弥利多婆比，阿弥利多舍等婆比，阿弥利多比迦南得，阿弥利多比迦南多。迦弥利迦迦那智多迦利娑哈。南无阿弥陀佛耶，多他迦多耶，多得亚他，阿弥利多婆比，阿弥利多舍等婆比，阿弥利多比迦南得，阿弥利多比迦南多。迦弥利迦迦那智多迦利娑哈。手结根本传承上师手印，右手说法印。
Form the lineage root Guru Mudra, the Padmakumara Mudra. Recite mantra for visualization.
Om Sopawa Sutta Sarva Dharma Sopawa Suttoham. Om Sopawa Sutta Sarva Dharma Sopawa Suttoham. 观想一个湖，光明如镜。
Visualize an ocean.
山之顶有一莲花座，莲花座上有一个
你今天他没有给我。There was a lotus throne and there's a home sit syllable that transformed to become our lineage root guru, the Mahawhite Padmakumara. He looks very dignified and perfect like the Buddhas. The celestial garment is floating and radiating light. And on the right side are all the Buddhas. On the right side are the Bodhisattvas and Sanghas. And all the lineage gurus around him. And below the Dharma throne are the 4 heavenly kings and the king of ghosts and all Dharma protectors. And the brow point, a home sit syllable emitting a bright white light upon our brow point. It's the light of the mirror-like wisdom. And from the throat chakra, a red sit syllable. A bright red light is emitted to enter into our throat chakra. To become the great wisdom light. And then from his heart chakra, a blue home syllable, emitting a bright blue light upon our heart chakra. And visualize our root guru and all the 3 jewels emitting light upon our body, and to eradicate all the black karma, to become black smoke and expel through the skin pores. And our body becomes crystal clear. and pure.
持根本传承上师心咒108。
Recite the Guru mantra 108 times.
持咒 Om Guru 莲生悉地 Hum 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 Om Guru 莲生悉地 Hum。
Perform 9 cycle Buddha breathing, enter into samadhi. Recite the mantras of the 8 principal deities. The mantra for disaster relief 21 times. Now, dedication. May all uphold the Buddha, ascend to the realm of utmost bliss, repaying for full generosities from above, aiding those in the 3 realms below. Upon seeing the Buddha, may we transcend life and death. Like the Buddha, may we liberate all. Inviting His Holiness to stay in the Saha world. I supplicate and pay homage to the all Buddhas of the 10 directions of the Buddha lands, and all Bodhisattvas who are full of compassion toward all beings, all Herukas, Dhammapas, Dakinis, protectors of Dharma. The nights are long, and the 3 poisons are proliferating my body and soul are stricken, tumbling in misery of perpetual rebirth. With great compassion, His Holiness came to this world to salvage deluded ones. The 3 jewels eminent wondrous light to provide refuge for all fortunate beings, human and those in heavens. On His Vajra body for the bestowal of teachings, vows, precepts, empowerments, and attainments. We disciple of Buddha plead that you stay in this hour to turn the Dharma wheel, to benefit and give happiness to multitudes of sentient beings. We dedicate the merit of this good practice to our lineage root Guru. May he stay healthy, continually turn the Dharma wheel in the Saha world, and may all be auspicious. Now we're inviting students to perform the overall merit dedication. Wholeheartedly we pay homage to Padmakumara. Wholeheartedly we pay homage to the main deity of the group practice, Namo Padmakumara. Wholeheartedly we pay homage to the main deity of the group practice, Namo Padmakumara. Sochi, Sochi. We pray to Padmakumara to radiate light, to bless all participants. And to bless all the Bardu spirits. Okay. To bless the Bardu spirits so that they can be reborn into the pure Buddha lands. Please bless our participants with great health. All goes according to our wishes, and all calamities transform into auspiciousness, and may they stay committed in their spiritual cultivation. And please bless us with love, respect, and harmony. And please bless us so that we can increase our resources and to enhance our good fortune and to enhance our wisdom and to enhance our radiance. We pray that you bless us so that we have attainments in our spiritual cultivation and we can improve our fruitions. O gods of the heavens, gods of the earth, may we be far from all calamities, may all calamities abandon us, let all disasters turn into dust. We pray that you grant all of our prayers. And may all enemies and enmities disperse. Hundred syllable mantras. Okay, home is choosing visualization, first root Guru and all Buddhas. Second to all Bodhisattvas. Third to all Herukas and Dharma protectors. Fourth, have power. Recite completion mantra. Now let's applaud to show our utmost gratitude to His Holiness for His blessing. And prior to the Dharma teaching tonight, we have a ritual to beseech for the Dharma transmission. The Dharma invitation ritual has now begun. Please pay homage to the lineage Root Guru and all the Buddhas, Bodhisattvas, and all divinities. We would like to beseech our lineage Root Guru, His Holiness Living Buddha Lien Shen, to transmit Buddha Dharma teaching for the spiritual consultation Dharma practice of the red, yellow, and white celestial maidens for the 2015 Fall Bardo Deliverance Ceremony. Looking up to the high mountains, the Venerable One, endless manifestations from beginningless time is the living Buddha Lien Shen. Seasons after seasons, here now in Seattle, brightness shines. Lifetimes after lifetimes, like the sands of Ganges River, your disciples waiting to continue our guru-disciple relationship at any time and any place. Nothing can break it. Grandmaster, you are the brightest lamp of all the worlds of all times, guiding us away from darkness so that we also have pure lands on earth. That our souls would also have our final resting place, returning to the eternal Buddha nature. Today we wholeheartedly pray to the lineage Root Guru, His Holiness Living Buddha Lien Shen, to sound the Dharma drums and the Dharma sconches, to turn the Dharma wheel of salvation, to transmit the Dharma practice of the three celestial maidens spiritual consultation, the cool breeze at the Moon River, the red, yellow, and white goddesses frolicking, their celestial garments floating, connecting spirits from past to present, wisely compassionate upon the world, wishing that all beings make the best use of this great Dharma to attain guidances like seeing light in darkness, releasing bondages of endless karma, transferring suffering into happiness and affliction into body. All Buddhas and sages offers reference, Herukas and dragon beings gives full support. The Buddha heart transforms the delusion ignorance of sentient beings, having attainment and realizing the ultimate truth as fated, we will meet again at the Mahatwin Lotus Ponds. So now we are inviting from the Seattle Litang Temple, Master Lian Wang, to present the offering of the images of the red, yellow, and white celestial maidens for the spiritual consultation Dharma transmission. And we pray to our lineage Guru for his great blessing, and also to the 3 celestial maidens for their support, so that the ceremony will go smoothly and will go well. Now we are inviting Raja Master Lian Wang once again to present the offering of Hatha and offering as a symbol of the highest honor to the lineage Guru. And we are truly grateful to His Holiness' compassion to transmit this Buddha Dharma. Now please pay homage once again to the lineage Guru and the 3 jewels of the altar. So the Dharma invitation ritual for the Dharma transmissions of the spiritual consultation Dharma practice of the 3 red, yellow, and white celestial maidens for the 2015 annual fall ceremony organized by the Seattle Litang Temple. Now let's join our palms with reverence, and together we are inviting His Holiness for a precious Dharma teachings. First, let's pay homage to the lineage Gurus, to the Venerable Mang Liao Ming, to Master Sakya Zeng Kung, to the 16 Dharma King Karmapa, and homage to Master Duptan Darji. Homage to the 3 jewels of the altar, and homage to the main deity of the group practice, Padmakumara. Sumo, all Dharma masters, Dharma educators, Dharma teachers, Dharma instructors, Dharma assistants, temple directors, all disciples present here and over the internet, and our participating VIPs today. Accountant to the Buddha Foundation, Dharma Sister Teresa. The Law Advisor to the Buddha Foundation, Dharma Sister Jennifer Zhou. From CTI TV Taiwan, producer for the Geni Tiansang Shinten, Dharma Sister Rebecca Shiachi. Assistant to the former Vice President Li Shulian and the PR Director of the International Businesswomen Association, Dharma Sister Che Huiling. From the Tian Ya Ye Choir Group, Dharma Brother Ge, Dharma Sister Lin, and Dharma Sister Tsai. And a dancer from the Taiwanese Sunny Line Dance Group, Miss Lin Yixin. PR Director of the Taiwan Lichang Temple, Dharma Brother Fermi Wang, producers for the Hevajra exposition, development stages of Tantrayana, and also the Platform Sutra, Master Lin Yu. Good evening, everyone. How do you do? Cantonese. So today we practice Padmakumara as the deity yoga, and the origin of Padmakumara was when I was 26 years old at the Taichung Yihuang Temple, the Jit Emperor Temple. Had my divine eye opened by the Golden Mother, and then I entered into the light circle of Taiji, and I saw my own past lives. And she pointed to just white, bright light, very bright. And she pointed to that deity and said, "This is Padmakumara, the lotus youth, your past life." Because I was flying and I heard very clearly the name Lianhua Tongzi in Chinese, meaning the lotus youth or lotus child. And afterward, at the time when Golden Mother opened my divine eye, that evening I saw the scene very vividly, very clearly. So I had always remembered this Padmakumara. And then I visited many spiritual cultivators of the time, the great monks or the great lay practitioners, spiritual cultivators, and most of them, nobody knew Padmakumara. And gradually, I searched on my own the origin of this Padmakumara. And gradually, I discovered that Padmakumara, this name, Lianhua Tongzi, appeared inside the sutras. And also in the Donghuang caves. And they printed a book. And inside the book, he was referred directly as Lianhua Tongzi, Padmakumara. The book was printed by People's Republic of China and directly referred as the Lianhua Tongzi, Padmakumara. Please raise your hand if you have read that book. Nobody? The book on the Donghuang caves and printed Lianhua Tongzi, Padmakumara. And also by the Lanzhou University of Gansu, they had research on Padmakumara. And then he found Bao Yi youth and Bao Sang youth, precious mind youth and supreme precious youth. And then I realize that the Adibuddha, in transmitting to the Vajradhara and Mahamudra, it's from the Vajradhara to the Baoyu youth. So Mahamudra is transmitted directly from Vajradhara to Baoyi youth. That's the Mahamudra of Tantrayana. So the first guru, of course, the first one is the Adibuddha, and then the second guru would be Padmakumara. So in many sutras, it was written that Bao Yi youth and Bao Sang youth, and this youth or child, it means Bodhisattva. And also Guru Padmasambhava, or the lotus born. Of course, then he is a lotus child or lotus youth or Padmakumara. There are many more manifestations of Padmakumara. If we go to the Donghuang cave number 314, inside it there is Padmakumara. You don't have to go to the cave 314 because it is closed for public. Only for privileged people they can see inside it. But they will tell you that in each of the caves there would be Padmakumara. And then we realize that inside the Donghuang caves there are also Golden Mother. And there are three deities together. One is Golden Mother, and then Donghua Dijun, and then Xiangguang, the auspicious light youth, on the same position. Golden Mother, Donghua Dijun, and then auspicious light youth. And this auspicious light youth is also Padmakumara. So the relationships are getting closer and closer. And Golden Mother inside the Donghuang caves is referred as the Queen Mother of the West because gold or metal belongs to the West. And then wood belongs to the East, and that's the Master Wood or Donghua Dijun, or the elderly of the East. And the one who gives the talk is the Yu Jade, dawn, like the morning dawn, and gentleman. So Yu Chen Jun is also Donghua Dijun, or the Master Wood of the East. So the relationship, the affinities are very close and profound. So Grandmaster knows of his own past lives. So I wrote a poem about standing on Borobudur. So it means that everything, all the past lives you experience as if it's right in front of your eyes. So inside our heart, And inside our bodies are the Buddha nature. So we have Buddha nature inside our mind and body. And we can say that everyone's Buddha nature is Padmakumara. So look at all the Buddhas and Bodhisattvas, they are all seated on a lotus blossoms. Many, many Buddhas and Bodhisattvas are seated on the lotus throne. So lotus symbolizes a Buddha. If you can be seated on a lotus, then that is a fruition. Almost every Buddhas and Bodhisattvas are seated on a lotus, but not necessarily Herukas and Dharma protectors. Buddhas, Bodhisattvas, Herukas, Dharmapalas, Dakinis, and divinities. Buddhas and Bodhisattvas are seated on the lotus, but the rest are not necessarily on the lotus. So think about it. From then until now, 45 years have passed. From when I was 26 until now, 45 years. So I still follow the instruction given to me by the three deities descending at that time. You need to be wholeheartedly studying the Buddhas and wholeheartedly studying the Dharma, and wholeheartedly generating bodhicitta or toward goodness. Learn the Buddha, learn the Dharma, and generate bodhicitta. Once you gain enlightenment and see the Buddha nature, your bodhicitta will be generated naturally, automatically. Once you generate bodhicitta, then you have no more enemies or enmities in this world. As soon as you generate bodhicitta, you have no more hatreds. As soon as you generate bodhicitta, your enemies do not exist anymore. As soon as you generate bodhicitta, you have no more revenge or hatred, no more. So the vows created by Padmakumara is never to forsake any single being. In the future, in providing salvation to sentient beings, you cannot forsake even one single being. So Grandmaster too never forsakes any single being, any one single being. However, the sentient beings are forsaking me, and that's natural too. The sentient beings forsaking me, or disciples forsaking Grandmaster, that's also normal. Because once you understand the words of the Buddha, that everything is impermanent, nothing lasts forever in this world. It's ever changing. Nothing is static or fixed. From the smallest thing to the biggest thing, things inside your body, you can tell about impermanence. Start from your body, you can tell that impermanence is here. And as big as country on earth, the biggest thing is the country. Even the country has to undergo impermanence. The country is also ever changing. Everything is ever changing. Nothing is unchanged. including the laws. The laws are also ever changing. Sometimes they pass a new law or they eliminate an old law. In America, marijuana was illegal. Now, marijuana is legal. So that's a change. Now, it is publicized that marijuana is legal in America. So even the laws are changing. In the past, homosexuals are illegal. So they are in secret. But now, in the state of Washington, they can have legal marriages. So their master can confirm the marriage of two men. So that's legal. So it's legal in the state of Washington. So that's changed from the past that it was. Now it is legal in United States. You said that, right? So it is legal in America. In the past, it was illegal in some states. For the Catholic Church and the Christian Church, they don't approve of homosexuality because they say that God created a man and woman called Adam and Eve, and then let them get married. God didn't say that Adam and Eve are both men or both women. So according to the Bible, God may not approve of homosexuality. But Grandmaster's opinion is somewhat different from most people. Grandmaster is more liberal. There are lots of female athletes actually have more yang ingredients and less yin ingredients, yang, yin and yang. So those athletes that get the gold or silver medals, they look like men. They don't look like women. They are basically men. So it means that their male hormones are stronger and they show more male masculinity rather than femininity. And there are also men who are really feminine. I saw a man that asked for spiritual consultation, and then he left a pen, and I said, "Oh, this pen is yours." And he said, and he said, "This pen is for Grandmaster." he was tall and huge, and he said that, and when I heard that, my whole body I had goosebumps all over me. And then when he walked, with that smile. And when he walked down the steps, he kind of sway his hips. So his feminine hormone, the female hormones, are stronger in his body. So homosexuality is a reality. It cannot be cannot be denied. So, the female athletes, they look like men. They don't have femininity at all. So in this world, everything is ever changing. So once you realize that everything is impermanent, you would comprehend. There are many Dharma that is unfixed. So they are not fixed, and they are also impermanent. This is the concept of impermanence. Talking about Padmakumara, how come we went into a tangent about homosexuality? And Grandmaster is not a homosexual. And Grandmaster has lots of male hormones and almost none, or just a little bit of female hormones. So as a tantric practitioners, we know there are some animals that have both masculinity and femininity in it. And human beings are divided into man and woman. So if you have male hormone or the female hormone, there are two different kinds of hormones. And inside our body, we have most male hormones and a little bit of female hormones. And then for the woman, mostly female hormones and a little bit of male hormones. So if your wife has more male hormones than female hormones, then you should be watchful, because she would be a tiger mother, very fierce. In this joke, there's some woman who get angry. That would be the start of the Third World War. Now let's talk about the spiritual consultation Dharma practice of the three goddesses. This would be next Saturday. I will transmit the Dharma for that. And today we have the Dharma invitation ritual. Who wrote that poems? The one that you recited. Who wrote that? Who wrote it? I'll tell you in private. Why is this a secret? She doesn't want to show off. Why? What's so big deal? Who wrote it? Miss Gloria and a disciple from Taiwan. That was really well written. So I felt touched. And thank you for reciting it. Now we'll continue to talk about the Great Perfection Dharma. Thus, in the Diamond Sutra, there is this statement that the Tathagata speaks for those developing the great vehicle and for those developing the highest vehicle. This kind of great Dharma, such as Ren Yun, will never be understood by people without the proper spiritual maturity. It cannot be put into words. The Holy Red Crown Vajra Master can enter into the dreams of numerous disciples in the same night. These disciples could be living in various parts of the world, such as Brazil, Southeast Asia, Europe, and Canada. So this is Ren Yun, where one manifests multiple bodies from one body, and it is called the Ren Yun Dharma Gate of the Great Perfection Dharma. So the Diamond Sutra, there is this statement that the Tathagata speaks for those developing the great vehicle and for those developing the highest vehicle. We know in Buddhism, there is the small vehicle or Hinayana. That's the original Buddhism, and then the Mahayana, Hinayana, Mahayana, and Vajrayana. Lastly, the difference between Hinayana and Mahayana so spiritual cultivators, if driving the train, that would be called Mahayana. It can deliver many people. If someone is just rowing a small boat by himself, that's called Hinayana. So the small vehicle is you cultivate spiritually on your own for yourself, and then gain enlightenment and see the Buddha nature. And the greatest one would be Vajrayana. Vajrayana is also considered the great vehicle that you want to widely deliver all sentient beings, or many sentient beings, and you generate bodhicitta. Some people would be a hermit by himself deep in the mountain. So he cultivates spiritually for himself and liberating himself. That's arhat. And then the great vehicle is the one who delivers many beings. And Vajrayana is also considered as Mahayana, or the great vehicle. So the original Buddhism, Buddha would speak according to the spiritual roots of the disciples. Most of his teachings is about to attain arhatship, is for the small vehicle or Hinayana. But please don't belittle or undermine the Hinayana small vehicle, because that's the foundation. Because even the Hinayana Buddhism was also taught by the Buddha, and it is also Buddha Dharma. But all the cultivators, the outer appearance would be that of the Hinayana, and the inner mind is to widely deliver sentient beings. So even when you deliver many sentient beings, you also have to practice yourself. So practicing yourself is the foundation. And then you spread the Buddha Dharma, generate bodhicitta, and deliver more beings. So there are no contradictions, no conflict. So the Hinayana is the basics, the foundation. And then you widely deliver sentient beings. And once you generate this bodhicitta, it becomes Mahayana. Let me share a joke. A Zen master is meditating, and all of a sudden there's a huge knife on his throat. And the thief, no, this is a robber, give me your money. And the Zen master said, money is something outside our body. It cannot be brought when we are born, and it cannot be brought when we die. Get what you want. And the robber said, okay, you said so. And the Zen master said, everything is cause and effect. So I must have created something that I have to suffer now. And the robber said, oh, that's really nice, Zen master. I have sinned. And can you deliver me? Yes. And how? So put down your knife and immediately you would attain Buddhahood. So the robber put down the knife, and the Zen master took the knife and then pointed to the robber and said, now return the money to me. So what I meant by telling this joke is, so the Zen master was still a mundane being. So we need to recognize very clearly who is a true guru. Please don't be cheated. Don't be tricked. It's very easy to be cheated. You need to recognize clearly who is a real guru, and then you take refuge in him. I often say that disciples can leave the guru, but please never defame the guru. That's your virtue. So if you don't connect with the guru, if when you see the guru you start to despise him, you can leave. But please never slander or defame your guru. Because you have taken refuge, then he is your guru, and at least he has taught you something. So if you want to leave, it's okay, you can leave, but never slander. Never defame your guru. If you slander, then you created a bad karmic connection with your guru. So good karma, bad karma, and the unrecorded karma. So the unrecorded karma is like eating and sleeping and performing housework, they are all considered unrecorded karma. And the recorded karma is when you do good deeds or you do bad deeds. If you slander your guru, then there would be a bad mouth. Then there would be a recorded karma. Then there would be the cause of transmigration or the cause of reincarnation. So like I said earlier, we can only perform good deeds for the good karma. That's for the recorded karma. And we can also perform the unrecorded deeds for the unrecorded karma, but never create bad karma. So if you and your guru can cultivate spiritually together and have attainments together, that's very good. But if you can't, because you may not have a complying affinity with your guru, it's okay for you to leave, but you never want to talk behind your guru, because then you are creating a recorded bad karma, and that would be the cause of your reincarnation. So explaining it this way, you should be clear, right? Xiao Zhang said that romantic love is the tomb of marriage. And the wife was really upset. And then the wife set up a candlelight dinner. And the husband said, "What are you doing?" And the wife replied, "Oh, I'm just waiting for you to..." So on the wedding anniversary, it's the same as going to the tomb. It's not a real joke, but so cause and effect and retributions do exist. If you can master Ren Yun, once you gain enlightenment and see the Buddha nature, the word Ren Yun would be like going as you pleases. Do as you please. Do as you please with mastery. Ren Yun means that for the enlightened one. You can transform anything, and whatever you do is spiritual cultivation, and that would be Ren Yun. But if you cannot transform, then it will not be Ren Yun. Then you would fall into the cause and effect, and the causes and conditions. So no matter what you do, if you master the transformation, then that would be called Ren Yun. So for the Mahasiddha, it would be like a drop of water entering into the ocean, that you merge with the space, then you can manifest bodies outside your body. That at the same time, you can enter into the dreams of many disciples. And that's also a kind of manifesting bodies outside your body. Sometimes you would see inside your meditation. Sometimes you see it in broad daylight. Sometimes you see it in the dreams. There are three kinds of seeings. Seeing in the broad daylight, seeing in meditation and seeing in the dreams. Some people saw Grandmaster in broad daylight, and I've said that several disciples that saw Grandmaster in broad daylight. Oh, you're incredible. Many people had visions. In broad daylight, not many, but in the dreams, most people saw Grandmaster in the dreams. Many, almost everybody had dreams of Grandmaster. Some people in their meditations. And there's some who saw in coma. Dharma brother too. Now please give the microphone to him. Can you please share?
师尊师母上师法师好。在今年8月中旬的时候，中国有一个
About mid-August this year, there was a Dharma teacher in China that went into a coma, and on the 6th day, the doctors told their family members that should prepare for his funeral. So his family members contacted me because they found out that he had ordered some Buddha images from me, and so I asked that, because that Dharma teacher, that monk, got in a car accident and now is in coma, and they asked me to, told me that they're about to be cremated or buried. And then when I learned of that situation, I sent a fax here to Seattle, Litang Temple, to ask Grandmaster for Buddha deliverance. And then on the 8th day, he woke up, and then he said Grandmaster and Amitabha came to bless him, and then he went back into coma. And then later on, he recovered gradually, and now he's out of hospital. Thank you, Grandmaster. And I told Grandmaster, and Grandmaster said that Golden Mother saved him. Actually, it's Grandmaster who helped him because he saw Grandmaster appeared. We had the Dharma sister from Foshan in China called Dharma Sister Liao. She had the bridge for the heart bypass, and she kept praying to Grandmaster, please help me so that I have no pain and everything would go smoothly. And when she was in surgery, Grandmaster appeared. And she was in a coma, so she didn't know. And the doctors felt strange and thought that she may use sandalwood incense or oil. Actually, she never used any sandalwood fragrance, actually, because Grandmaster came and blessed her. So the operation went really well. Actually, she was going to come here and to thank Grandmaster personally, but the doctor didn't allow her. So in the dreams or in coma, they could also see, he saw Grandmaster and Amitabha Buddha coming to bless him. So that's manifesting bodies outside the body. It's a kind of Ren Yun. It doesn't have to be Grandmaster, Amitabha Buddha, or Amitabha Buddha and I together, or Golden Mother, or whichever deity's manifestation, or my body, either way. So, but to let him see clearly, oh, that's Grandmaster. So this is considered Ren Yun. Simply said, if you can manifest bodies outside your body, there is a kind of Ren Yun. And please don't fall into the cause and effect or the karma. And we can only do good to create good karma, or to create the unrecorded karma. These are okay. But the bad karma, never create that. Because that's the cause of reincarnations or the rebirth realm. So if you cultivate spiritually until you're like Sijun, that you gain enlightenment and you attain Buddhahood, or you see the Buddha nature, then you can be Ren Yun. Then doesn't matter what Grandmaster does, Grandmaster can transform it to become the unrecorded karma. So in Tantrayana, you have to do a lot of things. They're all different kinds of Dharma or Dharma gates. There's one that's called the visualization of your environment. So you change your environment. And the other one is called the visualization of transforming yourself to become the Yidam. And then another one called the secret visualization. And you visualize yourself and change yourself to become very secretive, to become formless, intangible. Change your environment and all different kinds of dharmas. So once you 明心见心, once you gain enlightenment and see the Buddha nature, and you know how to transform them, then it becomes the unrecorded karma, which means it will not become the cause of your reincarnation or rebirth. If you don't know how to transform them, then those would be the recorded karma, and that means it would either be a good karma or bad karma. With good karma, you can go to heavens. But if you see the Buddha nature, then you can go beyond to the Buddha lands. If you only create good karma, then all you can go to the heavenly realms, the human realms, or the Asura realms. The three good realms. But if you create bad karma, then you go down to hell, animal realms, or the hungry ghosts. That's the three lower realms. And altogether, they're the 6 rebirth realms. So you don't want to have the cost for this 6 rebirth realms. Then that would be spiritual cultivation. Then you need to go beyond. And then you can have attainments like Buddhahood, Bodhisattvahood, Prateka Buddhahood, Arhatship. So in Tantrayana, Mahamudra and Great Perfection Dharma are considered this, at this. And also the Mahamaya and also Yamantaka of Gelugpa, all for this, so that you can have attainments, so you can transform to become rainbow light. that your body emits rainbow light, or the body transforms to become rainbow light, like Guru Padmasambhava. When he appears, you would be able to see lots of rainbow lights. When Grandmaster sees his past life, it's complete white light, no form. That's how it is. So, if you can master Ren Yun, you can go anywhere. You can go to the Buddha lands. You can go anywhere. This shell is impermanent. This physical body is impermanent, that you need to discard at any time. But when you transform to become rainbow light, then you can become whatever you want, and that would be called Ren Yun. Tatai told Appen, if you want to do bad things, it has to be at noon. And why? Oh, because this is Chinese words. But my grandma said that if you do bad things, that you would suffer from retributions morning or night. In Chinese, meaning sooner or later, morning or night, but not at noon. So that's why they just do bad things at noon. So we cannot be so literal with the words. When in Chinese it says morning or night, you would suffer the retribution. Actually, at any time, any place, any word or any action or any being, actually, if we are not creating the cause, we are suffering the effects. We are amidst this karma, and very, very rare, very few people can avoid that. So that's why in Buddhism we say it's okay to create good karma, or it's okay to create the unrecorded karma. But the bad karma, never. And bad karma and good karma are the recorded karma. The sixth patriarch Huineng said, do not think of good, do not think of bad. So, whatever you do not frame them as good or bad. So, you don't create good karma and you don't create bad karma. So, at this time, you would be able to see your own Buddha nature. Once you comprehend this, please comprehend this. Okay, very simple concept. On the moon, what is good, what is bad? There isn't the so-called good or bad, because there are no human beings, no animals, no plants, no flying birds, no swimming fish, no walking animals, nothing. So what would be good? What would be bad? So the moon is considered to be the unrecorded karma. Can you make your mind to be like the moon? This is what the sixth patriarch said. If you are all by yourself on the moon, so what is good, what is bad? That's why the sixth patriarch said, don't think of the good, don't think of the bad. Just like when you're living on the moon, then you can transcend the rebirth realm. Then you can gain enlightenment and see the Buddha nature. That's what was meant by the sixth patriarch. That's how I explain it. Otherwise, you may think like Why? The sixth patriarch said, like, don't think of the good, because we have to do good. But on the moon, what is good? What is bad? What is eating meat, or what is vegetarian? Only in the human world that exists, but not on the moon. For Buddhist practitioners, at the end, ultimately, you have to let go the Buddha Dharma too. So it's the same. On the moon, is there Buddha Dharma there? No, there isn't. So this is the words spoken by the sixth patriarch Huineng. This is not a joke, but it's like this. Why the villagers could not understand, why do we want to take the elevators instead of taking the stairs, and then you have to take the taxi to go to the gym and run? And then why do you have to get on the internet and then take the sleeping pills to help you to sleep? So you eat a big dinner, and yet you're talking about that gaining weight is not healthy. And you use a good beef and chicken to feed the dogs, and then you eat wild vegetables at the restaurants. So the villagers just couldn't understand it. It's the same thing with Buddha Dharma. Sometimes you can't understand it. Why did the sixth patriarch say that? Do not think of the good and do not think of the bad. Why didn't the sixth patriarch say, just think of the good and never of the bad? All I can explain is use the moon as an analogy, that his mind has no thoughts of good and bad. It's completely unrecorded. When you reach this unrecorded state, then you can perform the Ren Yun. If you have not reached the unrecorded, then you would fall amidst the karma, the cause and effects. Now, can you understand? A little bit, right? At first you may not. So the sixth patriarch said, don't think of the good, don't think of the bad. But don't you teach us to do good things? So good and bad still recorded. But only one thing is the unrecorded karma, that only in the unrecorded karma you can see your own Buddha nature, and only then would be called Ren Yun. The question is, can you transform? In Ren Yun, the question is, can you transform everything into the unrecorded karma? Jesus said, don't let the right hand know what the left hand does, the good deeds. The good deeds that the right hand does, don't let the left hand knows. So Jesus Christ talked about the unrecorded karma here. This is incredible. And in Buddhist Sutra, it was mentioned about the three wheels are intrinsically empty. So when you perform giving, the person who gives does not exist, the person who receives it does not exist, and the gift itself also does not exist. And this is called the three wills are intrinsically empty. And this is the same as what Jesus said, that the good deeds that the right hand does, don't let the left hand knows. Don't always remember all the good deeds that you have done. forget about them, then that would become the unrecorded karma. If you always remember, oh, this is the good deeds that I've done, this and this and this, then they are recorded karma. This is rather deep and profound. It is hard to explain it clearly. The mom told the daughter, Xiao Mao, your husband-to-be is so ugly and cannot talk clearly. I would be embarrassed to tell people that this is my son-in-law. And then the daughter said, oh, but his assets is like hundreds of millions. And mom said, well, we don't have to be so vain. Why do we care what other people think? And love is blind. And I support you all the way. So this is considered to be the recorded karma. So now this has become recorded karma. Because of money, you marry that man. So you have a goal, an intention. And you have the reason. So that would become the cause of the rebirth. That's all for today. Om Mani Padme Hum. We are very grateful to His Holiness precious Dharma teaching. We have several announcements. Tomorrow, on September 6th, Sunday at 3 p.m. at the Rainbow Temple in North Bend, His Holiness will preside over the Tathagata with marvelous form and confer the corresponding empowerments. And there would also be Dharma teachings on the Great Perfection Dharma Dokchen. And His Holiness had founded the Seng Yen Lu Foundation to help those in needs. And Dr. Lu Foqing is the president of Seng Yen Lu Foundation and was also compassionate and provide funds and reliefs for those suffering. And this year, His Holiness will provide a number of personal items for auctions, and the proceeds for the auctions will be donated to the Seng Yen Lu Foundation fully. And it would start right away, September 11, from 11 to 6, in front at the Seng Yen Lu Foundation office. So please don't miss this opportunity to obtain personal items from His Holiness and at the same time supporting a good cause. And next Saturday, September 12th at 2 p.m. Saturday at the Linwood Convention Center in Washington, there would be the annual Bardo Fall Ceremony. And for the first and only time, His Holiness will transmit the spiritual consultation Dharma practice of the red, yellow, and white celestial maidens. And by performing this practice, by mastering this practice, you would be able to obtain guidance. And on September 13th, Sunday, at 2 p.m. at the Rainbow Temple, there would be the Mahautara Heruka Homa fire offering ceremony and empowerments. And on September 20th, Sunday, at the Rainbow Temple, His Holiness will perform the Life Foundation Dharma ritual This is a ritual that draws energies from the earth to improve our life conditions. His Holiness will perform the ritual at the Rainbow Temple, where the energies of the 7 stars convene. If you would like to benefit from this Dharma ritual and change your faith, please ensure that you submit the needed items before then. Please check tbsn.org or tbsseattle.org for details. Now we'll be incanting Buddha Amitabha. We are inviting any of you who would like to take refuge in His Holiness and follow the spiritual cultivation of True Buddha School to please come forward to the center of the temple and personally receive the refuge initiation from His Holiness. If you're not present in person and would like to take refuge, you may send a letter to the True Buddha Foundation and request for a remote initiation.
地吽，唵咕噜连声悉地吽，唵咕噜连声悉地吽，咕噜连声悉地吽，唵咕噜连声悉地吽，唵咕噜连声悉地吽，唵咕噜连声悉地吽，咕噜连声悉地吽，唵咕噜连声悉地吽，唵咕噜连声悉地吽，唵咕噜连声悉地吽，咕噜连声悉地吽，唵咕噜连声悉地吽，唵咕噜连声悉地吽，唵咕噜连声悉地吽，咕噜连声悉地吽，唵咕噜连声悉地吽，唵咕噜连声。
恭请圣尊加持大悲咒水几位佛像。
Inviting His Holiness to bless the great compassion holy water and to consecrate Buddha images. Please stand up and pay homage and remember to return your receivers. Thank you.
拜拜诸菩萨，嗡啊吽。三拜诸护法金刚，嗡啊吽。四平等一起手，同修会圆满结束了。非常感恩根本传承上师的大加持，师母作为上师、教授师、法师同们善尽大德的护持，谢谢大家，阿弥陀佛。We now conclude this live broadcast. Thank you for viewing.